hmm All right, so let all the party people slide on up in here. Good to see y'all tonight. Oh man, let's see here. I know this is not my normal time of doing things, but hey, I just had an opportunity to hop on, so I figured I'd just do this real quick, answer some questions. What's going on, Donna? Good to see you there. Turn that down a little bit. All right, let's turn that down a little bit. Hey, what's going on now? Good to see you, Miss Donna. Brina. Okay, I'm getting better at pronouncing people's names. All right, somebody done called me on my phone. Who called me? Hold on, let me check my. I gotta check this voicemail real quick. What's going on now, Miss Johnson? Okay. All right. So, all right. Spam calls, as always. Okay. Spam call. All right. Hey, good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. So, we're going to talk about why you're not getting orders, what the problem is. And the short answer is real simple. And what I would like for y'all to do, before I even give an answer, just type in the comment section, please. Type in the comment section why you think you're not getting any orders. That's what I would like for y'all to do. Type in the comment section why you think you're not getting any orders. Okay. And if not you, other notaries, why you think it's not happening. Just type in the comments, just give me an idea. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm gonna just have to. All right, I apologize about that, y'all. All of a sudden, I'm starting to get all these phone calls coming in and everything. So Frank, you get one or two a week, but I want to know why you think you're not. Why, even if it's not you, why do you think notaries aren't getting them? Why aren't companies giving you a shot? You're getting the notifications, but you're not getting selected. What is the reason? What is going on? There's a reason why. And the question is, what is that reason? So, and then we're going to talk about the independent contractor agreement. Maybe some of y'all don't know that we have independent contractor agreements and you don't know where to find them at. And I will show y'all how to find them on SnapDocs and Signing Order and everything. So, good evening to you. All right, lack of I done started using that Temu thing, and every time I turn around, I keep getting all kind of notifications. And so we got lack of experience. So I'm gonna just write some of these down. Lack of experience. Okay. All right. It says I'm not an NSA yet, but you're interested. Okay. All right. Get 1 or 2 a week. All right. My profile may need to be updated. I also need to do more online marketing. Okay. So you're saying that's one of the reasons. Okay. Yeah. Marketing. And then let me ask you this, Miss Rollins. Who are you talking about marketing to? Okay. Tell me who you're talking about marketing to. Because that's key, because depending on who you're trying to market to determines, so you're trying to market to who for what type of business, for what type of notary work. All right. So marketing, and I probably should have been a little more clear. I'm more so talking about you're not getting selected from through the signing companies. Okay. Not necessarily, because if you got a connection with a direct client, they're going to select you. But I'm talking about you, and yeah, if you're in good with a title company directly, you'll get picked up. But I'm talking about the signing companies that offer snap docs and signing orders, signature closers, etc., etc. Okay, so you said, and then update profile. Okay, I'm writing all this down. All right, and then I'm not getting notifications. I have not signed up with any signing companies. Okay, well, that's a huge thing. And that's the part that I don't. So the question then becomes, what's prohibiting you from signing up with signing companies? What do you feel is missing, or you need to do, or what's missing that's going to have you take the next step of signing up with signing company so you can start getting notifications? All right. Answer these text messages back that's coming through too. All right. So, okay. Okay, so that's the thing. Need to know which ones to sign up for. Okay, I've done videos on that, so you might not have seen the videos that I've done, but I've done several videos on that. So and being a channel member, you can always just ask. You should just, if y'all a channel member, ask. Don't sit back trying to figure out, just, hey, Griff, I need help with this, that, or the other. Because I recently did. Okay, I'm trying to find a video that I did dealing with signing company, and hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm trying to find that video. Here it is. All right. All right, so let me show y'all this. So this video here is called 100, 300, 500 signing companies. Does it work? Yes or no? Telling you to look into the description. And because inside of the description of this video is a list of different signing companies that, now some of them may be working, some of them may not be. Haven't had time to go check them out, to make sure. It's been a while. It's been 2021 when I did this video, but I've referenced this video many times. So if you're a channel member, and people who are channel members, paid channel members, got that little funky little logo next to their name. All you got to do is just say, "Hey, Griff, I want to sign up with signing companies. I don't know which ones." But these are several of them. I will copy this link, post it right here, and then go in the description and you can sign up for each one of those. It's not complicated. It's straight to the point and everything. But this is a good segue into what I'm talking about. I did not receive an order from Notary. I did receive from a notary agent from New York. Great opportunity. Okay. So, and see, if you're signed up with the National Notary Association, people can find you in that database, and everything. They might find you just on Google, so forth and so on. But if you are a notary, you should be signed up with the signing companies. Now, whether or not you need to, he said he only took one training. Yeah, I got a poll up there asking about how much training have you taken. So feel free to click on the tell me which one you took. 1 to 3 or 3 to 4. 4 to 5 or more than 5. But yeah. So if you're going to do this business, because not everybody's going to be able to work with direct title companies. That's the truth of the matter. Everybody cannot be in there direct. There's too many daggone notaries out here, and not enough title companies in your area that has business for every single notary. So if you just took the 15 of us that's in here and sent us to a title company, the question is, do they have enough business that's going to feed all 15 of us? That's the question. And then you have to ask yourself, well, how much do you need to be fed? Do you need to be fed at the tune of $5,000 a month, $500 a month, $20,000 a month, $3,000 a month? And whatever your dollar amount you need to be fed, the question now becomes, do they have enough business just for you to get that amount of money? Are they paying enough for you to get that kind of money? If they are, then great. But then how much does Oswald want? How much does Bree want? How much does, my man Comprentice, if he was in here, how much do these individuals want to make? And does that company, that direct title company, have that level of business coming in? If they do, then wonderful, 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 wonderful. And you'll be making money. If they don't, then the question is, what do you do? And that's where the signing companies come in at. But the question is, you're not getting selected. Why aren't you getting selected for the signing companies? That's the big question. And I'm just checking something here. All right. So, oh man. So anybody else? Oh, Comprentice rolling up in here. Right. I think there he is. There go my man. Oh man. All right. So anybody else? Oh, Comprentice rolling up in here. Oh, I think there he is. There go my man. All right. One of the things on YouTube. One of the things. All right. So one of the things that YouTube. One of the things. All right. So one of the things that what's the best way to put it? Okay. The reason why they're not getting selected is because you don't meet the criteria that for that company. So SnapDoc, because you don't meet signing order, signature closers, Notary Go, Notary Dash, they have a set of requirements for you to be on this platform. Notary Go, follow me, people. Notary Dash. It doesn't matter how much influence you have with the agency. Does it have with the agency? Thank you. Does it? Thank you. In one regard, people say no, and in the other regard, people say yes. But the question is, who are these people that say yes? In one regard, people say no. So here's the thing: people say yes. But the question is, people that say yes. SnapDocs, signature closers, all of these different platforms. Okay, I put the link in here to a video that has the link to all these different companies. All of these platforms that have companies that come to them. all these platforms that have, did a video about it. Companies that flow. I did a video on the flow. I have to get you back. Oh, hold on. I did a video on the flow. I have to get you back. I'm sorry. How about now? I forgot I had that music playing in the background. I'm sorry. Is that better now? I forgot I had that music playing in the background. I'm sorry. Is that better now? Okay. Well, let me just go ahead and answer her question. For some companies, signing companies, well, let me just go ahead and answer her question. Problem is, a lot of them won't tell you how much they want you to have. Signing companies, at minimum, problem is, a lot of them won't tell you how much they want you to have. Signing companies, at minimum, problem is, a lot of them won't tell you how much they want you to have. At minimum, problem is, a lot of them won't tell you how much they want you to have. Like an echo. Hold on. Let me try this. Echo. Hold on. How about now? Is that better? Still can hear an echo. This. How about now? Is that better? Still can hear an echo. This. How about now? Is that better? Hold on. How about now? Is that better? Because I be having stuff playing in the background sometimes. All right. Because I be having stuff playing in the background sometimes. All right. What about now? Let me see. All right. That should have fixed it. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. I think I figured out there we go. I figured it out. Whew. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. There are a lot of companies, signing companies out there. They don't tell us what they want. So the minimum requirement in some cases is $25,000-$30,000 of E&O insurance. But there are some companies, they want more. Why do they want more? They don't tell you why. They just want more. So the other side of the house, there's a pack of notaries out there, and it's a whole pack of them that talk about about not having high amounts of E&O insurance. Okay. And the purpose or the reason, and this is a lot of them, black folk and white folk have said this. Okay. I'm just saying because there's some black people and some white people saying this thing here. And I don't want people thinking I'm trying to target or single one person out or the other. And I've talked about this before. Okay. Here's the thing. Their thought is if people know that you have $1 million of E&O insurance, they're going to come at you. Just like you can have all the car insurance, house, insurance on your house, or even insurance on your business or property and all of that. But somebody they can fraudulently launch a claim against you, but it has to be proven. And if your insurance company is on their game, they're going to fight it. And they're going to be like, wait a minute, show me proof that my client is at fault. And therefore we need to pay out, because we know insurance companies don't want to pay out. So I don't subscribe to the narrative that because you have $1 million of E&O, you got to keep it hush hush. I'm not saying that you need to tell everybody, but what I'm saying is, so what somebody knows that I got $1 million of E&O. If somebody 25,000 can change somebody's life. And then the question is, who's going to sue me for 25K? Because it's errors and omissions. So if I have not done an error or omitted anything, then how can you sue me for 25,000 or $1 million if I have not made the mistake? And if I'm being very meticulous and keeping impeccable records, I got proof that I didn't make a mistake. If I keep scans of the stuff that I've done, if my policy is to keep scans for 5 years, so that way because when we scan to those companies, they keep the scans. So how is it that just because somebody knows that I have $1 million of E&O, they're going to sue me? You just can't come up and say, hey, I'm a sue Griff because he got $1 million of E&O. Well, my E&O is in relationship to my notary business, and meaning I did something notarial and I made a mistake. What did I do for you with regards to the notary, with regards to being a notary, and I made a mistake that qualifies me to get sued by you? Just because somebody knows, everybody knows you got car insurance, but you don't see people going around just slamming into people just to a degree, but they don't know that you have it and they hope that you have it. And they're doing it and they don't even know how much you got. They hope you got insurance, but you may not. You see what I'm saying? And the insurance companies, hey, they'll fight it to the best of their ability. But I don't think, but in other words, there had to be an accident. Even people can't just claim that you hit them. There has to be proof that you hit them. And if there's no proof that they hit you, then you're not going to have a that's not going to be an issue. So what proof do you have that I made a mistake on your documents to be sued? So why, why they don't tell us, I don't know, but they don't tell us why. And this goes into everything I'm going to talk about tonight. So the question is, why am I not getting orders? I'm competent. You feel you're competent. You've taken 4, 5, 6, 7 trainings. You've gone to all these different conferences. You're competent, but nobody won't select you. You get notifications if you sign up for these companies or these platforms, but you don't get selected. And the number one reason why is because they have a internal requirement that says the notary has to meet these things here. I'm not talking about the have a commission, have a stamp, have a logbook. God, you got to do, they want you to have more. They want you to, okay, you did the NNA, you got the $1 million insurance, but then they want you to have 3 years of experience. They want you to have 150 closings under your belt. Here's the problem. We're working with multiple companies. Let me show y'all something. We're working with multiple companies. What the heck is it? Da-da-da-da. Let me show y'all something. Okay. We're working with multiple companies. Let me zoom this in a little bit. Okay. These are the average fees that I've gotten from these companies. Some of these companies I've done one for, I've done 24, whatever. Okay. So these are average fees. But let's look here. And I've done this before. I've shown y'all this. These are the companies that I've worked with over the years, over the 6 years that I've been here, been in this business. Okay. These are the multiple. So you got all of these companies. Each one of these companies has a different requirement, a different reason why they would hire a notary. Some are high level. They want a notary with 20, with 15 years experience. Some want just 2 years. Some want whatever. But the thing is, each one of them has a different requirement. The problem that we're faced with right now is that as independent contractors, we're working with these companies on a corp to corp basis, meaning one to one, mano y mano. Okay. We're not in our requirement to have ourselves on this here platform is different than the requirement for these companies to select us. The requirement to be on the platform, SnapDocs, the requirement to be on SnapDocs is different than the requirement to get hired. So the requirement, keep in mind, the requirement to be in a temp agency, on a temp agency database or on their board, workforce thing. You remember Apple One temp agency. One was called Tech Systems. I've been a part of all of those. So Tech Systems, they hire you or they sign you up with them, Apple One and Tech Systems, and you are a part of them. But guess what? The individual companies that hire people from that source, they got different requirements. So you have I don't even know if they still out there. Let me see if they systems. Yeah. So this is one of the companies that I had got with years ago when I first, and it was and they basically was like got experienced professionals. It was like a temp agency that got me, that allowed us to get some work, So I would go there and I would get hired by them, by the clients that they had. They was basically like a headhunter company, somewhat. You had the one company called Apple One Employment Services. Here we go. Apple One. This is one of those companies helping people get on jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you signed up for them, they would have people that would want, yep, Kelly Services. Yep. Kelly Services. Um, this is another one. So to be on Kelly Services is a different set of requirements than what the companies who are looking for individuals on Kelly Services. I hope y'all follow me. If you follow what I'm saying, put a one in the chat real quick. So the requirement to be on SnapDocs, signing order, Notary Go, CX Choice, so forth and so on those notary databases, the requirement to be on them is different than the requirement to get hired. And this is where people are really stuck at, and they're having a hard time because they are thinking they're looking at SnapDocs as the hiring company. You're not SnapDocs qualified. I need to get SnapDocs qualified. I need to do this because SnapDocs said that I'm highly ranked. Well, if you meet all the requirements that SnapDocs says, you will be highly ranked. Okay. Um, I'm looking here. So here it is. Let me pull this up for y'all so y'all can see. This is what SnapDocs says that you need. Over 90% of orders on SnapDocs are completed by signing agents with the following verified credentials: your ID, your notary commission, background check, E&O insurance, NNA certification. Bam, that's it. So if you have those things, you can be on SnapDocs. You can be on SnapDocs. Now it says over 90% of orders are completed by signing agents with this information. The question is, what about the other, let's just say 8%? Okay, what about the other 8% that's hanging out there? What are the requirements to get that other 8%? Because is that other 8% paying more money? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? And then it has this thing about why get SnapDocs verified. So this is all the stuff. So you are eligible for automatically signed orders. You get 40 times more signings and are paid more per order on average. You have a higher rank in the search, this, that, and the other. Here's what you need to get verified: ID, commission, E&O, background check. That's it. Okay, now here that's what it says, but then on the other thing, it said you needed to be what's called NNA certified. And that's the list of the companies again. That's still the list of the companies. So here's a problem. How do we know what the companies want? That's the dilemma. Because many notaries contact SnapDocs and just inundate SnapDocs with all these questions. I'm getting orders, I'm getting notifications, but nobody's selecting me. Is there something wrong with my profile? And SnapDocs says, there's nothing wrong with your profile. Are they getting my responses? Yes, they are. The orders come in and I click is within 15 seconds or less. That's what one of my own channel members was telling me. My man Jay, he was telling me I'm clicking the thing and I'm not getting it because you don't meet their criteria. Then he said, well, what is their criteria? I don't know. And SnapDocs is not in the business of telling the companies to hire us or to even ascertain what their requirements are in order to select the notary. SnapDocs, signing order, signature closers, notary gold, CX choice, nationwide signing service, all those companies, they're a conduit for anybody who wants to use their service to find a notary. What they have set as their criteria to select a notary is up to them. So if one company wants to hire notaries that have five closings under their belt, then that's what they'll do. If another one says we want you to have 50, then that's what they do. As long as the platform is getting their money, they're not worried about what criteria you meet. You met the criteria for us to be on here. After that, that's going to be between you and them. And if they choose not to tell you, that's on them. This is the dilemma we have. Let me go back. She said, so how do we meet their requirements if they won't give us a shot? That's the point. And this is why all of this is where the issue of all of the training, conference, training, meetup, training, conference, training, conference, meetup. And then you have people, here's my standard. I don't leave unless it's 150, 200, 150, 175. I ain't leaving. I ain't doing. So the standard has been set to here. So it's like, how do I get an opportunity? And then when you have notaries who do the work and they jack it up, the company say, I'm gonna raise the bar because I gotta flush out those bad notaries. I'm not hiring any notaries that don't have this level of experience, that don't have this amount of E&O. As one person told me, anybody can pay $30 and get $25,000 of E&O insurance. They said, but if you're willing to pay $150 or whatever, let's just use that as a number, to get $75,000 of E&O insurance, we take you a little more serious. You're a little bit more serious about the business because people say, no, just get the bare minimum. All you need is the bare minimum. Okay, but then you have these 17 signing companies out there that's like, okay, we're going to see how serious you take this business. 25, 25, 25. Oh, you got 50. Okay, you're a little bit more serious. 50. Oh, you got 100,000. Okay, well, you must be for real, for real. But we don't know. That's the problem. And these folk won't tell us. They won't tell us. And the reason why, in my opinion, is because if I tell you what the requirement is, you're going to tell Earl, you're going to tell Shaquanda, you're going to tell Cody, you're going to tell Chin May, and all of them who we don't want are now going to start meeting that requirement. If they don't know, I have a million. If the people we don't want in this business or available to us, if they don't meet the requirement, if they don't know what the requirement is, they can't meet it, and therefore we're justified in not hiring them or not selecting them to do the work. But if everybody met the requirement, now I gotta probably use somebody that I really don't want to use. That's where the thing is, in my opinion. Because why are you hiding what the requirement is? Because in my opinion, even if I did meet your requirement, but I was not a good notary, you still don't have to select me because we're independent contractors. But for some reason, they feel it's important to hide who we are. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. All of the, you say, well, how do I get going? The way you get going is when an order comes, and I've said this multiple thousand, 100 billion times. When a order comes and you finally get it, do it. And yes, you might have to drive an hour. You might have to do it at 8 o'clock at night. You might have to do it at 6 in the morning, but you need to do it because you need to get the experience. You need to show them that you have the ability, that you are competent, and you can do the work. The problem is a lot of notaries out here, we are doing all of this staging to do the order. We got our stamp, we got our stamp, we got embosser, we got pins, we got all of this kind of stuff. We got our sunflower seeds in case we get hungry. We got little gloves. We got all that kind of stuff. We got everything we need. You know, um, we got super glue just in case. We got oh man, oh yeah, almost definitely. We got our little flags all over the place. We got this. We got oh, here's the bigger thing. Here's the big one. Here's the big one. We got our business cards. Oh man, we got everything ready to go. We even got some painter's tape. We are. But then when the order comes in, we like, oh. Should I take it? And why are we not taking it? Because somebody who's not us has set the standard that says, I don't leave the house unless it's 150. And if you want to be a part of the cool kids club, subconsciously or consciously, I can't take that order because they said it's supposed to be 150, but this says 85. What am I going to do? So then you do what? You call the company and you tell them, or you reply back, you want more money. And in some cases, they might give it to you. Some cases, they may not. But then here's the thing. What if they give it to you this one time? You say, I want 150. Okay, well, they're in a desperate state. They give you 150. Now you turn around and the next time they come back and you say, why y'all sending this to me for 85? I thought I told you I want 150. Well, that was that time. We can't give you 150. That was just a one-time deal. Oh, well, I ain't doing nothing if it ain't 150. This is your foot. Okay. That's what you just did. Here's your foot. You not don't have situational awareness. Or what has happened is people have gotten orders. I want 150, 125, or whatever. The company gave it to you, and then they took it away from you once somebody else said, no, I'll do it for the 85. Or the title company came back and said, we're not paying 150. Or the owner of the title signing company said, we're not paying 150. So then they take it away from you. So you got to start somewhere. You just got to get out here and do it. That's where we're at right now. Now, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Here's the other thing. One of the problems is that we don't know these requirements. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to find the independent contractor agreement. There's, I won't say requirements, I will say the agreement or the task at hand. So let me show y'all this here. So this here is a screenshot. In SnapDocs, you will click on companies, and then the list of companies will come up. And then once you have the company that you want, you will then click on that company. And in this case, I clicked on SnapDocs, and a window will, and then here you click on SnapDocs, and then right here where it says terms of service, let me zoom that in. It says terms of service. When you click terms of service, this window will pop up and it will tell you everything you need to know about the relationship between you and that company. Here's the thing. Each and every single company has a terms of service, and for the most part, they are all different. Okay. So here's an example of that language from SnapDocs. Okay. This is SnapDocs terms of service. These terms include limitations on SnapDocs ability and ability remedies, dot, dot, dot. Here's we, us, this, that, and the other terms. These terms do not create or are intended to create rights of third parties. This, that, and the other. Eligibility, you agree that by using the services, you are this, that, and the other. Customers and services. Services included but not limited to. User generated content. It's telling you everything that they want you to know between your relationship between you and them. Understand SnapDoc's relationship with notaries who use its services. SnapDoc's services offers only a venue for notaries. Notary signing services provide only one method of subscribing customers to identify, communicate with, and hire notaries. And two, only number one, a provide only a method for subscribing customers to identify, communicate with, and hire notaries, which is what I was telling you. And two, a medium of exchange money between subscribing customers. Subscribing customers are the people who are on SnapDocs, the signing companies that are on SnapDocs. Those are the subscribing customers. And then we are the notary. The platform is not an employment service, and we are not an employer of any notary. When subscribing customers wish to engage a notary services, they enter into an agreement with each other to which SnapDocs is not a party for a signing appointment. Notaries acknowledge that the notary is providing services solely on behalf of the subscribing customers who request notary services, not SnapDocs. So in other words, when we do these orders, we're not doing them for SnapDocs on behalf of SnapDocs. We're doing it on behalf of Bill of Title, whoever hires us. Neither the requested request for services nor the performance of such services constitutes an employment agreement or otherwise creates an employment or agency relationship between the notary and SnapDocs. So this is telling you that SnapDocs ain't got your back. You got to work this thing out if things don't work out between you and them. So this is the agreement, e-signing, all of that. Okay. Each one of these companies has a agreement of what they will and will not do, how they pay, all of that. Indemnification, you agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless SnapDocs or that company or whoever. Okay. Now, any questions on this? Any questions about this? Any questions whatsoever about this? So let me show you this one. This is signing order. Okay, you can see it right up here, clear as day. When you're in signing order, you click on signed agreements. So these are agreements that I have agreed to. Okay, these are agreements that I have agreed to. So this one is for, oh shoot, I forgot what company. Oh, Toad 8. Okay, so let me zoom this in. All right, so and they don't have my name there, but this is just hereby accept orders from Toad 8 Notary Services and agree to confirm all appointments as soon as possible after receiving the order. Inform if any changes to said appointment. If possible, review the documents before signing if you think documents are missing or if the lender documents are dated for the future, not dated for the signing, or just have questions, contact us immediately. Keep us in the loop if any changes to the appointment, the contents of this order, or any attachments contain confidential information, this, that, and the other. Do not share or discuss contents with anyone other than a closing team. That's their agreement. That is their agreement with us to do. Very straight to the point. Then this one here is for a company called Client First. Okay, Client First, all settlement agents, notaries hired and or contracted by Client First agree that Client First is not responsible for and cannot be held liable for any damage, lost property, personal belongings, loss of life prior to or during or after the signing transaction takes place. So if you get nixed, your spouse can't be trying to sue them. All settlement agents agree and notaries agree that they are responsible for any and all costs associated with travel to and from the agreed signing location. So you sitting there talking about you got to pay me for parking. They might not do that. This is their agreement. That's it. Okay. So what's another one? What's another one? Notary hire. Oops, I got it all back in. So notary hire. There's a little bit longer, telling you what they how they're not gonna pay you. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you notice a particular theme about all of these independent contractor agreements, none of them say what the requirement is to work with them. None of them. None of them say, here's what you need to have. Here's the experience level. Here's the closing level. Here's whatever level. This is what you need to have in order for us to select you. This is why it's so hard for you to get work. Because when you come into this business, it's hyped up as if just because you have this, you're going to automatically be getting orders. All you got to do is take my course on how to market direct, and you're going to get business. All you got to do is take my course on how to read through documents that you're legally not required to do per your state laws. But you take my course on this, you get business like that. And then you get out here and nobody hires your hind parts. And you're like, what the heck, man? What is going on here? Why can't I get hired? And I got my calendar together. I got my crystals. I'm praying. I'm meditating. I'm getting up early in the morning, and I'm going through affirmations, and I'm doing all of this stuff, and I still can't get hired. And I'm not talking bad about those things because I pray, I meditate. But here's the thing: if after doing all of that, pray, meditate, crystals, whatever things you do, the question now becomes, when the opportunity comes, will you hop on it? That's the question. Will Timu again? Will you hop on it? There was orders today that came in for $40. The only reason why I didn't take them was because I was booked for the during those times already. That was the only reason why I didn't take those orders. It had nothing to do with the dollar amount being 40. It had everything to do with I'm not available. But if I'm available, I'm on it because I got three orders from Notary Dash right now. I think two of them are for $30 and one's for $40. Two loan modifications and something else. I got an order that's in SnapDocs right now that I'm gonna try to do tomorrow for 50 from first class. From first class. So I got orders that I'm doing of all dollar amounts. It's just get out here and do it. But the thing I'm trying to communicate is this: after you've gone through all of the staging to get everything just correct, like I'm here, this, that, and the other. Instead of my pen, instead of this being this way, I'm gonna turn it that way. So you got everything in check. Now, when the opportunity comes, what are you going to do? Because see, now you have to ask yourself, is there something inside of me that is just allowing fear and apprehension and a lack of confidence to just reign supreme? So no matter how much I do of all of these things, no matter how many times I read the John Maxwell books and the Tony Robbins books and all of that, because a lot of the stuff that people are trying to motivate y'all with is stuff that you can buy and read your daggone self. Brian Tracy and James Clear and all of that. You can do all of that yourself. And I'm not trying to be funny, but if you're not out here doing business, you don't need to be spending a whole lot of money listening to somebody just telling you stuff from a book that you can read your daggone self. Take a month's worth of notary membership stuff, even from what I do. Mine is what, I think $9 or $14 or $3 in one of them, and go buy you some books and read the books. But then if you're not that kind of person, then yes, you're going to need somebody to just drop knowledge on you, drop what they think is necessary for you to be motivated. But the problem is that what they drop on you, they drop that on you, and you're like, I need more. So they drop this on you, but that's not, I mean, I get it, but no, that's not me. So that's why you don't see me sitting up here saying, okay, you need to do this. No, what I need you to do, which is what I had to do, is sit there and look at myself in the mirror. I had to get real close and say, okay, dude, what is your problem? What are you concerned about? What are you afraid of? Why won't you just go out here and do it? Once you identify what the issue is, now you can attack it. A lot of the stuff that's out here, they don't help you to identify. I'm talking about within the notary world. They don't help you to identify what your problem is. They just giving you stuff to just gloss over and just to cover it up. Okay. So if you meditate, okay, and then if you read this, and then if you get a calendar together, and if you get up every morning at 4 o'clock and you do these 16 things, then you're going to, okay, cool, I did that. But when I get the notification, am I going to take the order? That's the question. And if I'm not, then why? Well, I'm a little nervous. I'm scared. And if you've taken all of this training, all of this meditating, all of this praying, all of this self affirmation and talking positive to yourself, and you are still scared, then there's a deeper issue. And then the question is, maybe you shouldn't be doing this business. Maybe you shouldn't be doing business at all until you get that resolved. What do we tell people? You know what? If you have a problem where you can't keep your temperature in check, whether you're a man or a woman, you probably don't need to get married. You need to get things together. You tell people don't even go to college if you don't have the proper study habits or not willing to develop the proper study habits. So, in other words, once you look internally, you realize that I ain't, I'm not disciplined. Then why are you trying to be a top level athlete when you're not disciplined? So you got all the camps, you got all the training things, you got all the exercise stuff, but you aren't disciplined to get your hind parts up and at least touch the daggone machine. This is where you're at. That's where I was at. And now the thing is, how do we make a plan to move forward? If y'all understand what I'm saying, if you understand, or this is you, type a two in the chat. Okay. That way you're not telling on yourself. So if you type a two in the chat, you could be saying, yeah, I understand. Or you be saying it's me. Okay. But if you understand what I'm saying, or maybe this is you, this describes you, this is what you're dealing with. Type a two in the chat. This is one of the things that I've been trying to help my channel members out with. Like this Saturday, we're going to be doing at 6:30 Eastern. We're going to be doing a members meeting, and I haven't had a chance to do it because I've been so busy with a lot of different things. We're going. I want to help them figure out what's the roadblock. What is prohibiting you from going out there and doing it? So, like Brina, Miss Rollins said she hadn't signed up with any signing companies. Okay, so now we take a step back. So here's the signing companies. The question is, why haven't you? If you haven't because you don't feel you understand the documents, then now we need to get you to the point where, okay, you understand what you're supposed to do as a notary. Now that you understand what you need to do as a notary and you understand how to notarize in accordance with your state law, why won't you sign up for the signing companies? Because now, and I'm not picking on her, so don't think so, because it's like, okay, this is the ultimate goal right now. At least sign up for the signing companies. But you haven't because of what reasons? Now that we've identified the reasoning behind it and we've come up with a plan to mitigate it, now when are you going to do it? Because at some point in time, you got to do it. And if you're not going to do it, then why? How perfect does it need to be? Or are you just making excuses? Not talking about her doing this. I'm just saying in general, are you making excuses because you really don't want to change? Because see, we don't like to change because to be a business owner, you really have to change and adjust your mindset. You really do. And if you're not willing to do that, then there's no amount of training, there's no amount of affirmations or anything unless you are willing to make the necessary adjustment. You say, I have learned to do it whether it is scared to get experience. I've worked with general public every day on my 9 to 5. I have learned to do whatever it is scared to get experience. Okay, I got you. I work with the general public every day on my 8 to 5. And see, now, if you say I want to do this full time, are you willing to? Okay, there's orders till 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. Will I do that if that opportunity came up? If the opportunity came up for me to do something at 4 o'clock, am I willing to take some vacation time, which could interfere with my holiday season vacation that I like to take? Because see, uh, some people told me, no, I ain't taking no time off to go do this notary stuff because I got to have my vacation. I got to. But I thought you said you wanted to go full time. See, when you want to go full time in a business, or you just want to establish a business, and just regardless of a notary, you got to do what? You got to make some sacrifices. So guess what, family? Hey, we won't be seeing y'all this Christmas. We won't be seeing y'all New Year's. We're gonna be home. I'm gonna be saving up my vacation days to go run my business, to take time off to go do my business. Are you willing to make that sacrifice? See, that's not something anybody can teach you to do. You got to realize that okay, that's what needs to get done. So for the 2 years or so, the first 2 years I was running my business, I ain't worried about taking no vacation whatsoever. When everybody else left for the holidays in December, you know what I did? I said, well, hey, since I'm going to be the only one here or one of few people here, can I come in? Is it okay if I come in from 6 to 2 and get all my work done? It was like, yeah, that's no problem. I was doing that so that what? I could do those evening orders. So I was staying my hind parts home and I had my vacation time. And then what I did was I took vacation at the beginning of the year because from listening to other notaries, I found out that, okay, in January, at least back then, it gets a little quiet. So when everybody came back from the holidays on January 2nd or 3rd or 4th or whatever, I'd be there for about a week and then I'd take a week off. But during that time, I just went out and did all kinds of business and made a 2 or 3 grand during that last 2 weeks of the year, and I made me some money. I was willing to make that sacrifice. So the question is, when you get that notification sound, are you going to take the order and give it a shot? So the people who are my channel members, and this is not me trying to encourage you to be a channel member, but the people who are channel members, they know all they got to do is take the order, give me a call, and we're going to go over the documents, and I'm going to make sure they straight. And if they get stuck on anything as far as the notarization or really anything, they can just tell them, just give me a call while you're at the table and I'll walk you through some stuff because I've done enough out here to where I'm pretty much confident that I can help you in whatever situation. Or I'll tell you, okay, yeah, you need to call the signing company or title company. But I provide that help when you do take the order. I can't help you if you don't take the order. If you don't take the order, then there's nothing that for you to call me, and there's no reason for me to answer the phone from the mindset of I'm gonna help you get through this closing. But the people who have done it, they made it through. So why you can't get orders? It's really not because of something you have done. It's because you don't know what to do to meet their criteria. How do I get experience if you won't give me a chance? That's where it's at. And I have no solid answer. I got one suggestion, and the suggestion is simply When you do get the opportunity, that's why I tell people take the loan modifications, take the debt settlement, do the loan application, do the reverse mortgage application, do the trailing docs. I got an order for trailing docs right now. Getting $50 to get 15 pages done. Then another one is 15 getting paid $50 for just one page. I, y'all heard my stories. I was up till 3 in the morning working on a Ron. Then after that, I had another Ron that I was supposed to do at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I get a email from the signing company owner and said, "Hey, can you do it at midnight?" Yes, I can. Where am I going to be at midnight? Here at home. So I was up at midnight doing it and got it done and made me some good money for doing it. So, any other questions, concerns, thoughts, um, anything concerning the business? Okay, I know I've done a lot of talking here for a whole hour, but I know you got some questions or concerns. Don't be afraid to ask them right now because this is how we get moving in the right direction. Okay, this is how we get moving. And I understand that everybody can, as always, here is how to contact me. This is why I keep saying the number one way to market your business is to be ready to do business. Me being staying up to 3 in the morning, me being willing to adjust to do something at midnight, that bode well for me. When other people either can't or won't do those that kind of, it's not like I want to do that. It's just like, okay, that's what I have to do. And even if they didn't give me an increase in pay for doing it, I'm gonna still do it because this is what I've chosen to do. This is what I like doing. This is what I love doing. So the opportunity for me to do it, I'm gonna do it. Just like people who work a W-2, oh, no problem, boss. I'll be there. I don't care if it's 15 feet of snow out there. I'll be there because I know them children got to get fed, and I'll be in the cafeteria. And we applaud that cafeteria worker. Can you make that same sacrifice for your business? The sacrifices that I made for the W-2s out there, I'm going to make that for my business. The willingness to stay up late at night, get up early in the morning, to study, to learn, to adjust, to correct. Those are intangibles that you can develop within you. And you don't have to pay somebody $50 a month to do that. That's something that you can do on your own. You have it in you to do. You just gotta block out the noise and stop setting your expectations so high based on somebody else's false expectation. They have a false expectations of getting paid $150 every single time, every single day. And they don't even live in an area in which that fee will be supported. And you're taking that false expectation and making it a reality in your mind. Not in the real world, but just in your mind. You're saying that's my reality. 150 a shot. The question then becomes how the heck do you get the people out here to do it? I saw today on a closing disclosure. I mean, yeah, closing disclosure. The signing agent fee that was paid to Villa Title was $90. You know how much I got paid out of that? 85. That means they kept five for themselves. I was just sitting there because the couple was reading through the docs, and I was sitting there, and I looked down at it. I'm like, hmm. I said, what am I getting paid for this? 85. I mean, hold on. Let me check something. Feel free to ask any questions. Any questions, comments. Um. All right. So I just got on Gemini, and I was asking, said, so 85 is what percent of 90? It's 94%. So they paid me 94% of what they got paid. There ain't too many places you're going to go where you're going to get 94% of the fee. Now, you might say 85 ain't good enough. But if you get that multiple times, it turns out to be good enough. You get that enough, here's the numbers. Oops, my calculator. There we go. Can't zoom it up. There it is. $85 times 17. So 85 times 30. So you mean to tell me you wouldn't be okay with making that amount? Just imagine you did one signing a day, 30 days. You get that right there. Would that change something in your life? Just if making that dollar amount per month, and all you got to do is one signing per day at $85. Please put in the chat either a yes or a no that you would do it. Just be honest with yourself. It doesn't matter why you wouldn't do it. I don't care about that. I just want you to put either a yes or a no, that if you was given an opportunity that every single day you would have one closing at $85, would you do it, and do you believe that will make a difference in your financial status, in your situation in your life? And then you take that and you times that by 12, you just pulled in $30,000. This is how money works, people. This is how money works. It doesn't work with you getting, I gotta keep my Vaseline for my lips be getting dry. It doesn't work as a full bottle of water that this here bottle of water is going to be everything you need for the rest of your life. You don't even survive on just, okay, I got this one bottle and that's going to be it for the whole month. All right, that might, what is that? Oh, okay, that's just them confirming. All right, the order, just letting them know we good to go for the 20th at 2:30. All right, and there's Timu again. But every day they tell you to have your health right. You drink 8 of these or something like that. You drink so many of these per day. That's what they tell us. So you go out and you do that. You do not sit here and get mad and say, I ain't drinking the water unless it's this big, because I'm just drinking one 3,500 ounce bottle of water and I'm done. I'm done. And I'm good for the month. You don't do that. Your body isn't built to get everything it needs in one shot. You drink this daily. And as y'all can already see, I've already been on one. I got 3 of them. I keep plenty of water around me. I'm just saying. So if you keep multiple bottles of water, you're constantly refilling your water jug up. And why you can't take one signing per day at $85, if that's what you can actually do. So yes, I was excited with the 80 I received, and the 100 was for 4 docs. See, there you go. Just get out there. 2,500 would be, yes, 2,500 would be great. And see, that's the thing that I want y'all to understand. And this is where these TMCs, trainer mentor coaches, they're missing it. They're thinking that everybody wants 10 grand a month. Everybody wants 20 grand a month. And they got you all hyped up, thinking that you're supposed to get, that you deserve to get $20,000 a month for pressing this. I'm not saying you can't, but is there enough business for everybody? They say, well, oh no, that's where you do what? Start a signing company and start this and start that and selling books and CDs and tapes and 8 tracks. Yeah, that's what you do. And now you got this empire. So everybody's doing, trying to have a notary empire. Who the heck's doing the work? Who's doing the work? If every single NFL player wanted to be an NFL team owner, there is not enough space for that to happen, because now you go beyond having 32 teams. And who's going to run the day-to-day operations? Miss Agnes? Nah, she's a football. She's an owner. You know, you're owner. Everybody is at the top. Nobody wants to be down here. But there's a lot of work to be done out here. This is where you affect a positive change in people's lives. But what most people want, they want to be sitting in the ivory tower, looking down on everybody. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at them. Look at them down there working. That's what most people want. Thank you for what you do. Piece of the pie is better than none. And you're absolutely right. And if you get enough slices, when we go and take stuff, we don't just go to, just take a little bit. And over time we'll get it all. That's what I need y'all to understand. Just get yourself in a position to get a little bit and be patient. If you can't be patient and you need money now, like JG Wentworth, then you're going to have to find something else to do. And then circle back to the notary business. If you need $5,000, $10,000 at a pop, and you feel that being a real estate agent is it, then do that. Do that. So I don't know how else to put it, and I'm not trying to put down what other people are trying to do for y'all. The question is, when are you going to do for yourself? Because I can sit up here and give you all kinds of strategies, this and strategies that, but the question is, when are you going to just take the order that comes? If you sign up for Notary Go, you should already know you're going to be driving out very, very far for an order. If you sign up for Notary Dash, you're going to be out in the boonies. You sign up for CX Choice, you'll probably be out in the boonies. That's just the truth of the matter. But it's becoming the same for SnapDoc, signing order, and signature, because those are the people that want business. And they're like, hey, and I'm sitting here looking at where I got to go. I'm like, hey, I gotta drive a whole hour to get there. All right, let me turn some tunes on. Go out there. Let me go do some meditating. Let me do a live while I'm driving out. But you're going to do what you want to do. You're going to run your life and your business the way you want to do it. If you believe you're up here and everybody else is down here, just know that business model is not going to last that long in the notary business. Notaries are gonna get real tired real quick. Like, nah, I ain't messing with you. Nope. And if you can't pay people, like what's going on with cloud signing, oh, you overextended, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really, really, really bad for you. So Griff and the party people, glad I made it. What's going on, lady? So I'm about to get out of here. So nobody got any other questions, comments, concerns? Um, if this was helpful, I hope it was. Um, well, then here's what we got to do. We got to start believing and finding ways to rectify that. GPS, whatever the case may be. See, what I would do is this. Here's a way. Here's a way to deal with this, Bree. How about this? Ask a friend to pick an address, to pick a spot, and just a random spot for you to drive to at night. They give you the address, drop it in your GPS, and start practicing on following it and doing it. Now, I understand there's some people that got bad eyesight, so they don't see that well at night. So I understand that. But if your eyesight is decent to excellent, I would say, okay, let me get over this and let me practice it. That's what we would tell our sons and daughters. So how about this? Let me practice going to a location that is outside of my comfort zone at night and see how well I do and develop the ability to do it. In other words, get some muscle memory and get familiar with the roads and this, that, and the other. Let me do that. It's a thought. And if you need to have that person with you, so how about this? They in the car with you, or they can meet you at the location. They can already be there and just on the phone with you. But it doesn't matter. You just say, okay, pick a spot. Go over here to this 30 minutes out, wherever, and then go over there at night. And get a feel for it and see what happens. That's how we address. That's how we confront our stuff. And if your daughter can be there for you 100% of the time, every time, then cool. If not, still prepare because unless like if you have eye issues for seeing at night, if it's a thing of fear and nervousness that you just don't like driving at night and things of that nature, that in other words, I can do it, but I just personally don't like it, then maybe say, okay, if it's within this range, I can do it. If it's beyond this range, I need my daughter. As a business owner, you got to think of your different scenarios that you could be in. You could clearly be in. Because here's a question, and people may say no to this, but if somebody called you up and say, hey, okay, can't judge distance, got it. But for the rest of y'all, if you and there are people who are afraid of going over bridges, through tunnels. It took me a while to get used to that too. I still get a little nervous with them. Practice it. Whatever the issue is, practice it. But I like the fact that you got family to be there for you. And other people will just catch an Uber. And if that's what you got to do, then do it. Catch an Uber. Don't worry about it cutting into you. I'm I mean, not an Uber an hour away, but 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, I catch Uber. That's it. All right. So, as always, I greatly appreciate y'all. Um, we can do this thing. We can truly do this thing, and I have full confidence in you. I just need you to have full confidence in yourself and just start executing. Just take it one step at a time. Do what you know you can do and be good at that to the point that you actually become great at it, and then take another step, and then another, and then another. Um, so channel members for Saturday night, 6:30 or no 6 p.m. We'll be hopping on Zoom. I already put the link over there in the member section. Um, Thank y'all very much. I greatly appreciate it. I'm tired now. I'm gonna go print my documents out for my closings tomorrow and be good to go. I think I got two tomorrow, maybe three, and that's it. I only had one today, which was a rarity. All right. All hearts and minds are clear. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all later. Peace.